Steve here, talking about the May Winery and Vineyards 2014 Barrel Fermented Chardonnay. I got this bottle last weekend. Really liked it. I went to their tasting room. It's a big place, and they have quite a few offerings. They have a couple different vineyards. There's the Cape May Winery vineyard, and then they own another vineyard that's also on the Cape there, just a few miles away, called Isaac Smith, and they're making wines under both labels, which are quite good. But I really was taken with this Chardonnay. It's as I mentioned, it's barrel fermented Chardonnay. What that means is that the fermentation is done in a wooden barrel versus a stainless steel vat, which a lot of white wines are done in stainless steel vats. So this is done in an oak barrel, and what that does, it's not a barrel aged wine, it's a barrel fermented wine. That's a little bit different because especially with Chardonnays, they're really sensitive to oak, and you see a lot of oaked Chardonnays, and some people detest oaked Chardonnays. I'm not a big fan myself, but doing the fermentation in the barrel is different. It doesn't impart so much of that kind of over the top oaky flavor. It just adds nuance and body to the wine that is really pleasant. So that's what we've got going on here. The color of this wine, it's as you can see, it's a good darker golden color. So that's going to tell us that we're probably in store for a bigger flavor on this one. And the nose on this is not too revealing. You get nice green apple, sort of a summer rain quality to it. It's nice. It does not belie the way it tastes, which is where it really shines. It's big on flavor. This is, it's savory. It's a big wine. It's full of fruit. With this one, I get a lot of tropical fruits. There's banana and melon, mango. I get ripe pear in this. And I'm not noticing those on the nose. I notice them when I taste it. And it also has a really nice creamy quality to it. And that comes from sort of the fermentation process and developing lactic acid inside here that gives it a nice kind of, almost buttery kind of creamy quality to it, which is really nice. You sort of get almost like a cheese, almost like a Ritz cracker kind of butteriness to it, which is great. There's secondary notes of oak, but like I said, not over the top, just enough to give it some sophistication. And I even get this, I love beef tartare, and there's something about that kind of raw, fresh raw beef that I really like, and I noticed that in the finish of this wine, and I really enjoy it. As I drink it, it's got a nice finish to it. First of all, like I said, it's very fruit forward when you first taste it, but then that kind of gives in, and you get a nice little caressing tingliness from a little bit of tannin in here that's probably coming from the oak, and just the tingle of the alcohol, and it really goes down nice. I would enjoy this with a richer fish like a salmon, shellfish, crab, or lobster done with butter would be terrific with this wine. And earlier tonight I enjoyed it with some nice spicy Chinese food, Szechuan food, which I really enjoyed. I could see it going great with curries, chicken, and also like denser pasta dishes like a pasta alfredo or something like that. So again, 2014 Cape May Winery Barrel Fermented Chardonnay. Really like this one, and be sure to give it a try.